department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department, guys.
Keep watching Meet Your Department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us in this edition of our program Meet Your Department. Today, we have the privilege to be with the HOD of Geography and Planning, Professor Bangal Lawrence. And we are going to be looking, as usual, at the opportunities that are in the Department of Geography and Planning. We are going to look at what students from this department are doing. We're also going to look at what the alumni from this department are doing outside there. Professor Bangal Lawrence, welcome to this edition of our program, sir.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you, sir. Um, let's look at the history of geography and planning. From my research, I am told that this department was created in 2015
Yes, you're just right.
and that you have been since the creation of this department. So, can we just have know the objective or what prompted the creation of geography and planning? Was it because it is a department that should be in every university, or there was a unique vision for the creation of this department in this institution?
Thank you so much. The Department of Geography and Planning was created alongside other departments in the faculties of the University of Bamenda. It is particular, it is different, it is special from the departments of geography in which we were trained. For example, the Department of Geography in the University of Yaoundé. Because the Department of Geography Geography and Planning in the University of Bamenda decided to make a difference. And that difference is simply tied to the fact that we have to accomplish a mission of not only teaching and conducting research, but also contributing to development. So after reflecting and looking at the realities of our world, and also tying it to the objectives of planning insofar as Cameroon is concerned, for example, working towards emergence in 2025. When I was privileged to be part of those who worked on the program before the creation of this department. And we thought that it would be good to make a difference. And the difference will not only be to respect the formal part of higher education and the mission of higher education of teaching, conducting research, and contributing to development, but making our students to be able to fit themselves not only into the society, but to make a difference insofar as development is concerned. And looking at our society, looking at our country, it is very clear that one of the problems we have is development planning. And so we then decided to add the aspect of planning. And this planning has made it different, has made this department to be different insofar as all of these departments with focus on geography is concerned in the universities in Cameroon.
Okay, thank you, sir. I got the vision of geography and planning, which I want to read to you. Yeah, it says, now I got this from the university website and the departmental, yeah. So it says the vision of the Department of Geography is to provide excellent and quality education that will enable the students face the challenges of the 21st century, to enable the students acquire both academic and professional education,
You are
which
just
is
right.
highly needed in the job market, to provide quality education so that graduates from the Department of Geography and Planning shall not only be self-employed, be employers, and to serve efficiently wherever duty calls. The vision also to guide is also to graduate a new group of young industrious and innovative Cameroonians proud of the name they carry. Now, from this vision, it is it is somehow it is difficult to pinpoint exactly what geography and planning is offering, but I know it can be explained. What are these practicals that geography and planning is offering to its students?
First of all, our students have the opportunity to be trained fully in the field of geography. From what you have just said, you discover that there must be a base. And the new vision of higher education in Cameroon is that the classical faculties must have a professional touch, meaning therefore that a student graduating from the faculty should have at least knowledge that will permit that student to fit himself or herself into the employment market. And so, in addition to the classical geographical training, our students have additional training in the field of development planning, in the field of spatial planning. We offer them trainings in from the first year to the PhD level with specific courses insofar as spatial planning is concerned. And this theoretical training is blended from the first year with field trip.
Okay, so when you say spatial planning, I mean, what do you mean by spatial planning? What
You
exactly
know,
that
the
mean?
foundation of geography is space.
Okay.
Yes, the foundation of geography is space. That is what makes geography special insofar as the social sciences are concerned. And for example, when we talk of space, we can refer to the urban space or the rural space. And you know, for the population to be able to live at ease in an urban space, for example, and with the particularity of the fact that urban spaces today are growing at a very fast rate, these spaces must be planned. When we talk of spatial planning, we refer, for example, to the fact that human settlement comes after, for example, social facilities have been put in place. But when you look at the realities in our towns today, you discover that social facilities, there is a struggle to put in place social facilities after human beings have already settled. And so when we refer to spatial planning, we refer to giving a vision to space. We refer to organizing space in a way that the population of today and the future population will be able to live in that space in order and in respect of the environment.
Okay, so thank you. When how I just want to look at I want us to look at your students, especially those who have graduated, with regards to your vision. How successful have you been in the realization of your vision?
Our students are found all over the world insofar as their insertion is concerned. I want to think that the Department of Geography and Planning is one of the most successful insofar as this is concerned. Because we do not only train geographers, we train researchers and we train planners. I'll give you a good example. The new vision of the Ministry of Economy and Planning is to put in place for the 10 regions a territorial development plan. That of Cameroon, that of Bamenda, that of the Northwest has been going on since 2016. And most of our graduates, many of our graduates have been involved in the putting in place of that plan. That is an important contribution. That is a very important contribution. I also want to let you know that in terms of the civil society, in terms of NGO operation in Cameroon as a whole and in Bamenda in particular, our students are well involved. If you must have heard of Ozone Friendly Organization, the head of that organization is a graduate from this department, and
Okay.
he's making us proud.
Okay. Wow. Um, let's get into the department in detail. Can you tell us what the department of to someone who might not know what geography and planning is all about? What are those things that they offer in this department? You can even we can go into the courses, the practical courses that these are some courses. This is what the department is. The sections that are in the department, and we look at the how long it takes for someone to graduate as a student, as a graduate from this department.
Statutorily, the Bachelor of Science in Geography and Planning is done in 3 years. And this 3 years is made up of 6 statutory semesters. At the level of the Masters, it is done in 2 years. And this 2 years is done in 4 semesters. At the level of PhD, it is statutorily 3 years. And these 3 years means that the students have 1 year of coursework and 2 years of research. But officially, our students can evolve from 3 years to 5 years at the level of the PhD. From the first year, they have specific courses. And these specific courses, first of all, are divided into the two main branches of geography, courses of human geography and courses of physical geography. This is what lays the background insofar as spatial analysis is concerned. I want to insist on this because it is from the training of spatial analysis that they can now be able to understand spatial planning. Without the training in the basis of spatial analysis, they cannot well understand spatial training. So at the first year, for example, after the theoretical courses such as Introduction to Human Geography, Introduction to Physical Geography, the students have added knowledge. They acquire knowledge on tools that can help them in carrying out their duties as geographers, as researchers, as planners. For example, we initiate them into cartographic work. The students are trained into the basic of cartography. They are also trained into basics insofar as GIS and remote sensing is concerned. These are specific tools that empower them to be able to not only succeed in life as geographers, but also to succeed as planners and as researchers. These students also carry out a field trips and internship at the level of the undergraduate. When they move from the second to the third year, they are obliged to have a 1 month institutional internship, at least 30 days. And to tell you the truth, you can find students of this department during the August break in every institution in Cameroon, in all the delegations of the various ministries where planning issues are carried out. In all the councils of Cameroon, you can find our students. In institutions like the National Cartographic Institute, you best know its contribution as far as spatial planning is concerned. In the delegations, in all the delegations, in MITU, in FECOM, in MAGZI, our students carry out 1 month internship. And this internship is linked to their research that they are going to, the long essay research work that they carry at the level of the third year. So that is an important aspect of their training. And like I told you, it simply comes to add to the classical training of the faculties and transforming the students to be professionals and no more classical students.
Prof, I want to know if there are some schemes available for students that are doing exceptionally well in the department, for instance, graduates. Are there some scholarship schemes that encourage these students?
You know, at the level of the department, it is not possible,
Okay.
yes, to have direct scholarship schemes. But our students have the possibility for us to recommend them insofar as scholarship opportunities are concerned. And many undergraduate and postgraduate students have benefited from scholarship because of our recommendation. Yes. So that is how it functions.
Okay. So yeah, because some students, we have students who, and then does that maybe that works only with these students that are performing exceptionally well?
Of course.
Yeah, because I in 2022, I must say, I met a student of geography and planning who was actually doing some gardening somewhere. And when I asked him, why are you doing it? He said he was a graduate actually. And I asked him, why aren't you in school or following up your master's? And he told me that in fact he wasn't going to school to obtain knowledge to follow school. In fact, he was just going to school to spend time and all of that. So that's to say that you actually have students who come to school and they cannot be referenced because of their aspirations. They never even had these aspirations, and it is everywhere in all departments. So, sir, let me just look at let's look at your students, their little engagements. Do we have some initiatives that these students, do you know of some initiatives in the society, in the community that your students are running, that your students actually created in line with what they got from school and they are working on those initiatives? Are there some of these initiatives that you can talk of?
Yes, I did make mention of the fact that our students are found in civil society
Yes,
organizations.
maybe these are like students-led initiatives. Yes.
Yes, students-led initiative.
Okay.
When I mean student-led initiative, I mean a civil organization that is the initiative, whose creation is the initiative of the student.
Exactly.
Not that the student is employed.
Exactly.
Yes, not that the student is employed. We have our student, for example, I'm not be afraid to give her name, Tebi Honori, who is a graduate of this department. She's the lead name insofar as civil society in the Northwest is concerned.
We would like to talk with her. I don't know if that's possible,
Of
sir.
course, of course, of course. I will gladly give you her contact.
Thank you, sir. Good. Um, and then lastly, before we go, sir, how many, or from 2015 to now, how do you know the statistics of how many students GP has graduated so far? GPR has graduated so far.
Maybe not precisely, but from 2015, looking at our first intake, we had about 600 students in this department, 2015. In 2016,
That's for year one.
year one,
600
yes,
students.
I'm just starting with year one alone. Geography and planning had about 600 students. In 2016, we had about 700 students. This number has been reducing, you best know, because of the crisis. Within the first 3 years of creation and the first 4 years of creation, geography and planning was having its lectures only in Amphi 650.
Yeah.
Only in Amphi 650. And so if we can have a rough estimate, I can proudly tell you that we are going above 2,000 insofar as the BSc is concerned. And at the level of the MSc, we should be
That's master.
masters. We should be getting close to 300 trained MSc holders. At the level of the PhD, I can clearly tell you that we are already moving to 40 and soon to 50 PhD holders.
That is, oh, masters, GPR, is, there's degree, there's masters, and
And there's PhD, yes.
yeah. So anybody coming here is coming to be equipped to the end.
To the end.
Yeah.
And we've had our first graduates who were freshmen here at the level of the PhD, meaning they registered here in the first year and they moved up to the PhD and they are now PhD holders.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think you can hear that. We have a short break, and then when we come back, we will want to know from Prof what he has to say to anyone who might be interested in the field of geography and planning. And so, if you are interested in the field of geography and planning, or if you have a child, then you might want to hear what he has to say. His last word for you.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department, guys.
Keep watching Meet Your Department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, Prof, can you tell these alumni, there are a lot of people listening to you and they might wish to send their children to this department. Yes. What And we have a lot of other departments. Now, this is the Faculty of Art. We have 8 different
Yes,
departments.
right.
We have happened to talk with the different HOD. I tell you, when you listen to each of them, what they say is fascinating. Sometimes, if I have to choose, I will really be confused at this point where I am going to, because of the various opportunities that are available in all the departments. And then we have to talk about all the other departments in the other schools and faculties in the University of Bamenda. So, what do you have to say to anyone who might wish to come to GPL, but then is confused, looking if I should go to other department or I should do something else? Or what do you have to tell these people?
As a graduate from the Department of Geography and Planning of the University of Bamenda, a student is complete because our syllabus here is tailored towards in-depth geographical training and professional input. And from this department, a graduate can easily not only fit himself or herself into the multiple sectors that exist as a result of studying geography, the multiple sectors that exist as a result of studying geography. But the student has the capacity to prepare a startup.
Okay.
You will understand when I talk of the multiple sectors that exist, geography and planning is one of the only departments whose graduates can fit themselves in all the ministerial sectors in Cameroon with much to contribute. Geography and planning is one of the only departments whose graduates can easily fit themselves as full contributors into the civil society. And so I want to assure any parent or any student who is of interest to come to the University of Bamenda that don't miss your way. Come to the Department of Geography and Planning, where we train geographers, where we train researchers, and where we train planners. And planners who can contribute not only to planning of urban and rural areas, but also to sectorial planning, as I am doing today as a geographer.
Sectoral planning, what's that?
Sectorial planning means, therefore, that you can carry out planning in the water sector only. You can carry out planning in the biodiversity sector only. You can carry out planning in the waste management sector only. You can carry out planning in the palm production sector only.
Okay. Wow.
So that is what we refer to as sectoral planning.
That's very diverse.
Of course, very diverse. And because of this diversity, you can now see that a geographer who is not active should have himself to question.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And that was Prof. Bagan Lawrence. And you have been on to meet your department. And we thank you so much for your keen attention. If you have a child, or if you know, this is not just about children, or if you think that where you are currently, it is not going, there is a place that if you come, you will go. That is geography and planning. This I can't refer it to any other place but geography and planning. And you come to the University of Bamenda, the doors are open. Come and do your registration. As we're speaking now, I think registration is still going
It's
on.
still going on.
Perfect.
It's open.
So the doors are open for you to come in and register in this department. I think we need a lot of planners around. If you look at our city, there's a need for more planners to come out. And this is the place where those professionals are trained. Thank you so much and see you. Thank you, Prof, for this opportunity and for your time, and leaving everything you have to do to grant us this interview. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and you are always welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we say bye-bye.
your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department, guys.
Keep watching Meet your department.
Meet your department.
Meet your department. Meet your department.